What is going on, my beautiful Libra sisters and brothers? What's going on, my family? Okay, let's see what the hell we got going on for this next couple weeks regarding our soulmate. Okay, our soulmate investigation reading. We're not doing a spy read, but they're definitely looking into the dynamic of the relationship and seeing what we need to know from that. Okay, so let's get started, family. Hopefully, you guys are doing all right. If you guys are unsure of your own placements, though, if you are unsure, just go ahead and check the description box. I do have a link for you guys there to go ahead and check out, so you can, know your placements and stuff. And as well as, the usual, if you're not, if this reading don't resonate, it's not gonna, it's not because something's wrong with you or anything like that. It's just sometimes it may not be your story this time. Okay, so don't worry. This is about a soulmate. This could be anybody. It could be a friend. It could be a family. It could be a boyfriend. It could be a girlfriend. It could be anybody. Okay. Lovers came out. And I saw the lovers early when I was shuffling, but I was like, okay. Lovers definitely come out. So there's a soulmate energy here. Definitely prominent. Okay. Love is definitely in the air. We feel it. And it could be for anybody. But let's go ahead and pull our oracle card here. And I think that these cards are pretty much ready to go. Yes. Let's see what we got going on for this next couple weeks. And I pulled this oracle card to kind of get a flavor of what this reading is about, as well as advice. Okay, like initial main advice. Honor Gaia. Okay, this is very respect the earth kind of energy. I like that. Okay, cool. We're gonna go ahead and read the affirmation for this after I pull everything. Okay, so one more good shuffle. All right, cut the deck. All right. Well, it's more than cutting the deck. It's like one big, like, colossal shuffle. But this is the mentality both of you go into this relationship, the way you guys think going into the relationship. This is the body, how you guys present yourselves in the relationship, like how you guys see each other. And this is the reason why you are the way you are in the relationship and think the way you think. Okay? This is what brought you two together, and this is the challenge that you face. And this is your underlying energy. The Wheel of Fortune and the Ace of Cups is underneath that. Nice. So this is a new opportunity, okay? Definitely one of expressing of feelings. This is an opportunity that started, definitely one in which you have experience in, but this is something that you definitely can take advantage of because you get to do something differently with what you've experienced, if that makes sense. Because you know how the other way goes, so you're doing something different, guys. Very similar to Virgo's reading, but let's go ahead and see what your affirmation is. Okay, number 18 for Honor Gaia. The earth upon which you dwell is more than just a rock covered in water, stone, and dirt. The earth beneath your feet, the mountains, the forests, the rivers, lakes, oceans, and the air that you breathe are all part of the magical living entity of this Gaia. Magical living entity that is Gaia. She is our eternal mother, our provider, our home. Gaia gives us life. Without her, we would not be. Honor Gaia by seeing the truth of what she is. Honor Gaia by loving her as you love yourself. So it's practically talking about connecting with spirit, connecting with the earth, connecting with with the world. Understanding that there is a piece of us that belongs to the universe, that belongs to the earth, and not in the way that we would think is material, but more in the sense of, as far as like, being a product of Gaia's life, of the world's living life force. And instead of, in the way to treat Gaia, of course, the place that we live, this place that we call home, is by treating yourself with that same dignity and respect. So it's very interesting that that's the card that you get today, as far as what we got going on here. And I feel like this is also talking about relieving yourself of material things, right? Understanding that love is not materialistic. And I don't think this is about material, but I think this is definitely about value. And understanding the value of the relationship. Because what brings you two together is a very fast speed. It's progress. It's the arrows of love. Definitely getting hit real fast. I think you guys definitely fell in love quickly. Some of you guys definitely fell in love quickly, or definitely you guys, went along with the energy, felt that fire, right? But then now the challenge is the struggle of dealing dealing with the outside world, of dealing with the circumstances of your peers, of your environment. Some of you guys, this is literally not having enough money. Some of you guys, this is just lacking of some sort of support or stability in a relationship. For some of you, maybe you guys don't feel like there's something, something quite up to par. Because the Five of Pentacles doesn't say that there's anything missing, but it does indicate that there's a lack of something. This is the poverty card, right? Something could be more of. This is always like this desire to seek out for more, but there's also a struggle. A struggle that you guys both try to overcome together. Now, typically I read the side for my clients here, but this is up to you whether to take this side, Libra, or take the other side. But I'm going to read this side as you, for the most part. But again, like I said, since this is a general reading, you're definitely, cool with going on the other side if you want to. But this person, you going into this relationship, the mentality going into this relationship is very Hierophant, right? It's Hierophant. You're in a commitment. You're in a relationship. I don't think it's conformity or of any sort. I think you guys know that you're committed and you're in it, right? It's telling me that you're definitely in this relationship. This is something you truly stand by. A lot of you guys, this is also, you guys are very much aware of the dynamics that you guys have that are different. Whether this is cultural, this is religion, this is racial, this is, generational as well. If there's an age difference. And I feel like there's a lot of you guys that are dealing with different ages lately. A lot of people different dealing with it, and I think you guys have also changed a lot of your own beliefs, a lot of your own routines and everything to fit the pattern of the relationship, as well as what you're focusing on, right? To get yourself motivated towards what you're focused on. Now, with the Hierophant being in this placement as well, I definitely see serious loyalty and serious commitment here. So I feel like you guys definitely are in this relationship and fully 100% committed, not just to the relationship but to yourself, right? Not just to the other person but to yourself. What loyalties do you seek, and what stability, what commitments did you make for yourself with this relationship? Now the other person sees this as a new path, a new idea, a new perspective, a new opportunity. Well, they go into this with an open mind, very much. But the Ace of Swords would be that this is also a victory for them. This is something that they see very clearly. Or this is a victory for them that definitely makes them very happy. It can make them very happy. The Ace of Swords is also a victory, like I said, and the Ace of Swords is also clarity through the truth. That this person definitely has a lot of clarity through the truth here. And they know their truth when they're in this relationship with you. And they're very good with coming up with new ideas. They're coming up with new ideas right now. Again, this clarity is on point. This is good. But what this person is presenting, right? What they're showing here is that they're very focused on practical energy. Very focused on perhaps the money, perhaps the finances, perhaps the career, perhaps the what they feel of value. And I think they're trying to also make a decision at the same time, but they're not doing that with with embracing their feelings. They're not looking at what their heart's desire is, what they feel about any of these pentacles. Some of you guys could be dealing with somebody that's just distracting themselves with work, distracting themselves, or not really distracting themselves, but doing something that practically is, I wouldn't say distraction, like I said, but really keeping them focused, like really balancing things and trying to get things in a certain direction. They're really busy, if that makes sense. They got a lot of stuff that they're juggling. That's what I'm trying to say. So they may not have anything that you're trying to deter from, but I think they're definitely focusing on material, focusing on the value of something. And that is also keeping things, keeping them very busy. Now, on your end, what you're presenting is the Knight of Cups. Very focused on what you feel, very focused on what you want. Okay, I think also you're the romantic in this, which can be a little bit sad. If you're the romantic and they're focusing on their work, they may not notice that you're trying to extend them romantic anything, because they're focused on the practical. They're focused on something else. They're focusing on something that they should try to that they're trying to make a decision about whether or not this has real value or at all. They're trying to understand, or trying to figure out what exactly, is valuable to them, so they can go along that road. But here you are, Knight of Cups, showing your cup, and they're not seeing it. I have the feeling that they're just very distracted and enthralled in the material right now. They're very enthralled in a different mindset. They're very practical oriented at this moment, and even they're ignoring their own emotions. So if you guys are not really seeing eye to eye, I can understand that the challenge here is the lack of communication, the lack of connection. Perhaps even in the romantic sense or the emotional sense, and they, delving in deep into an emotional sense, an emotional connection here, because someone else is not really in it like that, and it's not because they don't want to. I don't think that's the case. They see this relationship as a win, but I think, and it looks like to me as well, like if we had to do it diagonally like this, they see this as not just only a victory, but something to fight for. But the way they're doing it is by focusing on the practical and putting their emotions behind them and doing the things that they may not exactly enjoy to do, like juggling these pentacles, while you're focusing on what you want and letting that be your source of energy, if that makes sense, being your drive, your gasoline to your car, if that makes sense, the go juice. So this being said, right, with the Knight of Cups coming up here, definitely focus on your emotions, definitely focus on how you feel, definitely focus on what you want, and you're offering this cup to this individual that's kind of keeping things oscillated. And I think you're coming up with definitely dreams and ideas, and you're being very, romantic here. But they are very focusing on what's real, what they can do, what makes sense, what they know is reliable, They're very practical. Well, this is a very dreamy energy. Now, why are you acting as though you are dreamy, and why is your mindset, committed? Why is your mindset the Hermit? Something that really speaks of commitment here. It's because of the Knight of Swords. This is your way of fighting for the relationship. For a lot of you guys, this is for you. This is your way of going after what you believe in, going after what you want. This is you, very focused, very driven towards what you want. You're committed to making this relationship work. You're committed to making this dynamic between you and this individual like the best that it can possibly be. But this is the way you do it. You do it because you do it by coming up with new ideas, dreaming. And I think these new ideas would be great to hear if they weren't seemingly dreams. I think this is also you guys coming into this with very logical truth, right? You know what your truth is, you know what you stand for, you know what you're fighting for. It's another one of those things. Now, the other person here is the Nine of Pentacles. The reason why they're the Two of Pentacles and the Ace of Swords is that they're kind of coming from a place where they're very familiar with something. Think of it like this: they're in their own world. They know how their own world operates, and if it's outside of their realm, if it's outside of that world for them, they like this. They're not going to necessarily consider it. Not necessarily because they don't believe it's real, but it's because they're what they know to work is what they've been dealing with. So their dreams in a way are limited. Some of them can be very limited. Some of them can be just like they're in a comfort zone. They know what makes them feel good. They know what makes them feel safe. They know what they're confident in. There's kind of keeping in an area in an arena that they know very well. They're very well versed with, and they're only going to play with that because that's what they know, and that's what makes them feel comfortable. But I think this is also with this Ace of Swords. They know that there's new beginnings, there's new possibilities here, and you bring that to the table. I feel like you come into this looking to break boundaries anyway, looking to break norms, especially for this person. So it's like you come in with dreams, and while they're coming in with practicality, you come in to fight for something, to break free, to go after what you believe in. This person looks to stay in. This is not just only that you're committed to the relationship, but it looks like you're also going in to break a lot of these normalities that the other person has, right? To show them that there's another world outside of this world that they have here. But at the same time, you're coming from your own world of security. You're coming from your own world of boundary. And I think this person is also making you see their side and tapping into their world, not of conformity, but you're also changing or seeing another perspective of yourself another perspective that can help you in the long run too, a practical perspective. You know, and maybe this is also highlighting a lot of the things that you recognize to be very practical in yourself, and you're looking to be more dreamy and to go after your dreams more and to go after what you believe instead of focusing so much on the practical, because that's the thing that's the struggle for the both of you, right? Being together and enjoying each other's company without worrying about what the next meal will be, not worrying about, you know, what you guys have to deal with or put up with, or being broke and not having enough. It's very interesting. Very interesting reading, Libra. Alright, so let's go ahead and see what you guys got here for the advice and to wrap up this reading here. What does the Whispers of Love got to tell us? Aha! Spend quality time together. It is it is imperative that we spend quality time with those we are in significant relationships with, listening and talking to each other. What brought you two together was communication. And now with the struggle is keeping that up. Because look at that. The Eight of Wands is not just progress, but it's also communication. You're doing all of this because you're trying to communicate. And again, this person's very much distracted with other things, so they can't even see the heart-to-heart conversations. But that's what's so important. That's what's so important. They may be so comfortable in their comfort zone with the practical, sticking with the practical here, that this is all they know. But I feel like with the Five of Pentacles, this is this is a situation that needs to have more time together, more quality time, and true quality time, getting to know each other, understanding each other's dreams, understanding each other's feelings about things, understanding each other's perspectives and opinions. Like, I think this person's fresh, and and this is a fresh new perspective that deserves to be purged. But they're so enthralled with everything material-wise that it's deterring them and distracting them from what matters, which is survival or connection. It's interesting, guys. I'm going to go ahead and let you guys go with this one. Thank you so much, guys, for tuning in. Thank you so much for liking, commenting, subscribing, and sharing all these videos, guys. You don't know how much this appreciates. You don't know how much I appreciate this from you guys, my beautiful Libra sisters and brothers out here, okay? Us Libras got to stick together, and y'all have been sticking with me for so long, and I really appreciate all of your love, Libras, okay? Being a Libra in here, it can be crazy. Because everybody else would be all water and fire, be like, oh shit. But no, I'm kidding. And that's my Gemini moon coming out, shit. But anyway, love you guys so much. If you guys also thank you to my my Libras that I have read for before, as well as the Libras that I have interacted with through the $10 question sale. I really appreciate you guys connecting with me and choosing me, not just because we Libras, but we also you're choosing me as a safe option and a source that you can trust, and I really 100% appreciate that. So thank you so much. But if you want to have your own personal readings, guys, all you have to do is go in the description box and check it out where I have readings available. And the $10 question sale is in that link where of the link. It's in the Instago link. So in services if you have the app. So but if you want to have a traditional reading, you can either click the eye in the corner or you can go in the description box. Either one works just fine. But as always, family, I'm gonna let y'all go. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you guys later. Take care, guys. Bye now.